Hey, what's up, guys? This is your boy Travis back again here at Big Boy Toy Reviews. And today we are taking a look at what? Another Marvel Legends figure? I know. I'm going to hear it. Oh, you're a hypocrite. You say you don't like Marvel Legends and yet you're still reviewing them. Why are you buying them if you don't like it? Man, shut up. I buy what I want. It's my money. And there are some Marvel Legends that don't suck. I just buy the ones that don't suck. It's just the vast majority of them suck. And anyway, where am I going to get an Odin? Let's be serious. Anyway, here we got Odin here from Marvel Legends, celebrating 85 years apparently. 85 years and somehow they still suck. Hey, look at what he looks like on the box. Nice and shapely and looks like a hero and has a black eye patch. And look at that black eye patch, huh? A black eye patch and looking like he can actually fight and not a big fat weirdo or anything like that. Looks good on that picture, man. Yeah, not quite sure who this guy is, because he ain't this guy. Kind of wearing the same clothes. Did let me see, did John Candy like steal Odin's clothes and put them on? Because this guy don't look like this guy, at least not that much like him. Anyway, let's get him out the packaging and see what we got. Alrighty, so here he is out of the box, and again, he doesn't look anything like the picture on the back of the box. He's not proportioned in the way he is on the back of the box. What else do we have? Yeah, other than that, so if we want to say that this is not the guy on the back of the box, then he looks good. There are some good things about this guy, and there's definitely plenty of bad things. For instance, where's the paint? Where's the paint? Where is the paint? He was cast in this color. I think this was painted. These little gold pieces here were painted. I think this belt is painted. Maybe. Yeah, I think that's painted. There's some paint there. But after that, maybe on the shoulders here, this is paint. But why not put like a wash on this chain mail, or this scale mail, I should say, or a wash here on the bottom, a wash here to kind of bring out these scars and scratches on his boots, so these dents. There's a lot of good sculpting here, but not enough painting. Where's all the paint for this guy? I mean, why did they stop here? They painted all of this, didn't paint this. What happened in the back? What happened here in the back? What exactly happened in the back here? Where's the paint for this and this and this and these? All painted here, nothing painted here. You just forget about the back totally? No paint here. No paint on, well, these might be painted. These little horns or whatever, these spikes, these might be painted. I think those are painted. But what about a wash? Just throw a wash on this guy. A wash will go a long way in bringing out all these scratches and dings and stuff all over his armor. A wash here. They have somewhat of a wash on his beard. I mean, there's a bit of a wash there on his beard. Not really on a, well, somewhat. There's some shading on his hair. I don't even know if you can call it shade. It's so subtle you can barely tell. But yeah, nowhere else is there paint. I can understand not painting this like kind of greenish, bluish, turquoise. I don't know what color this would be. I understand not painting that. Some stuff I'm okay with you not painting, but just throw a wash on this guy. That's it. You can throw a wash on him, bring out some of these dicks and things and stuff all over his armor, and a lot can be done with just that. Even on his eyeball, that's supposed to be black, by the way. If I didn't mention that in the beginning, that's supposed to be black. If he's supposed to look like this guy, if he's supposed to look like that guy has a black eye patch. Black eye patch. That guy got a black eye patch. But yeah, this guy don't. That guy don't got black. I don't know what Marvel Legends is doing. This guy was $35, I think. $35 at Target. There's a lot of plastic here, so I can. He's hefty. He is a hefty boy. And so okay, $35. I'll swing that. I'll swing that. I would argue 30 is better, but he does have a lot of sculpting. Okay, look, he's not terrible. He's not a bad figure by any means. It's just Marvel. It's just Hasbro doing Hasbro shit, and Hasbro is always going to Hasbro. He's not. The sculpting is good. He's a good looking figure. He doesn't look like the guy on the box. That's fine, but the cape is nicely done. I do wish it was wired, but you can't ask too much from Hasbro. I think the material that they're using is pretty good. It's nice and stretchy, and it flows and hangs very nicely. I do appreciate that. The hair sculpt. So I had heard some people complaining about how the hair was going under this, under, what would you call this piece? Another piece that I think should have some kind of wash on it or some kind of shading somewhere to bring it out. Anyway, I don't know what this piece is called, but obviously that comes off. And typically this is how he is in the box. So he's like this in the box. And this makes no sense. Why would his hair be under whatever this part is? I don't know what you would call this part, but I don't know what you would call that part, but this shoulder hairy animal pelt thing. That's how it came in the box. This would never be how this would be. Never would this be like this. This would be under his hair. Now, luckily, you can do that. You can definitely do that. As you can see that I just had it like that. This does puff up a little bit. So if you hold this down, if you hold that down a little bit and then firmly put his hair on there, it will slap on there and it won't fall off. As you can see, it won't fall off. So you can, and I don't even have this in all the way and it still didn't come off. Let me get that in all the way. But I do like the interchangeableness of it. You know, I do like that. So you can swap that out. Obviously, that's part of the little gimmick that this guy has with his accessories. But 1,000 times better like this. 1,000 times better like this. Now, obviously, you're not going to get any movement out of this fucking face, out of this head. All this hair and shit. You know, his beard is nowhere near a pliable plastic. His hair is somewhat soft, but it's just too much of it. It's still too stiff to move. So he's pretty much going to be in this pose all the time, unless you put him in a different helmet, which I'll show in the accessories later. But he does have somewhat of an issue standing, at least mine does. So the ratchet joints in his feet aren't quite even. So you kind of got to maneuver that to get him to sit flat. And I was able to get him to stand, not sit flat, but stand flat on his feet. So you do have to maneuver that a little bit. But other than that, he looks good. He just needs more paint. He needs a wash, put a wash here, put a wash over. All this gold needs a wash thrown on it. And he would be awesome, to be honest with you. He's a thick boy. So you can't expect a whole lot out of this guy. But he would look awesome with a wash thrown on him. But anyway, I've been rambling for 10 minutes already. Let's move on to accessories. All right, so he comes with 2 hands. He comes with, it's like a kind of grabby, clawy hand with the very swirly, twirly plastic. I am not really one of those people that cares that much about the swirly plastic. I think the problem is with people seeing that is it just elevates how much paint this thing doesn't have. And it just brings it out more and more when you see that swirly, twirly plastic all over the place. I can see how it can piss some people off, because that just means they just were too lazy to paint any damn thing on this figure. To be honest with you, this figure should have been painted in all gold. It should have been painted gold, not in this whack gold plastic. But anyway, it looks fine. It's fine. I'm complaining, but I think that's why people complain about that swirly, twirly plastic, because it should be painted. So he gets that fist, or that hand. Then he gets a fist hand. One fist hand. So he gets one of this claw-like hand and one fist hand. Where's the other fist hand? Why do they put one fist hand in the box? People punch with both hands. If you're in a fight, you're not just using one hand. What is he doing? Is he punching it with one hand and then scratching with the other? What is this? Put more hands in the fucking box. Jesus Christ. All right, then he gets a couple of helmets. So let me tell you right away, this is a very nice helmet. Also could use a wash. Also could use some paint. What is happening here? I love that he came with it, but it needs some paint on it. It needs a wash. Pulling him out of the package, I instantly broke this little horn here. I had to super glue it back together. So be careful taking this dude out of the box. I accidentally grabbed him by this piece, and it broke off as if it was made of like chocolate cake. That's how easy it just broke off. The sculpting is nice. I love the horns. I think this looks awesome. It just needs a wash. But that's one helmet. And then this is the helmet that he has on in the back of the box. I think I prefer this one the most, because this one has more paint on it. And I do love these horns. I love the way these horns look. If we take a look at what he has here, look at this. You see that wash in there? You see how it's dark in the lines? You see that? You see how that looks? Now look at this. No wash. Just put a wash on it and it would elevate this figure so much. So much. But that's another helmet. Then he gets trident, I think. Is this a spear? Looks like a trident. Absolutely zero paint. Just plastic. This is trash. It is terrible. No. Then he gets a sword. This sword is much better. It has actual paint on it. I like the way that looks. It's a shame that the trident is so terrible, because it looks so good on the back of the box. Look how good that looks. I would love to pose him with that. But that trident looks like cheap plastic shit. This is fine, even though it's a little transparent, which makes it very cheap looking. I wish they would have painted the blade. Just paint the damn blade. But again, Hasbro being Hasbro. Then he comes with his crows. I forget what the name of these crows are, but they're very crow-like, very black. This one is obviously in some kind of landing flight, like he's landing, I guess. I don't know. And then this one has purple on his back. Has like a purple shading. Has some purple shading on his back. Why does he have purple shading on his back when this one doesn't? This one has no shading on it at all. If we look at the photo on the back once again, look at that. Look at the photo. Look at this. The flying one also has purple on his back. So does the one sitting down. That one also has a little purple on his back. Why don't they both have purple on their back? I don't know. I just don't know. Don't put the artwork on the back if you're not going to follow it. That's how I feel about it. Anyway, that's it for accessories. It's a decent amount of accessories. Anyway, articulation wise, yeah, this head, you can twist it a little bit. But you're not going to get any, if you take the hair off, you can get it up. Like, for instance, let's say if we put Let's see what happens if we put this helmet on. He looks awesome with that helmet on, by the way. He can look up a little bit there. Down, that beard is blocking everything. You do get some side to side out of it though. So what do we have here? I think this is probably a double ball peg. Yeah, it's a double ball peg. It's not terrible. It's not the worst this is probably one of the better double ball pegs. This is probably one of the better double ball pegs I've seen Hasbro do. He gets some decent movement out of it. It's just that he's if I can get that in there. He's just a thick boy. Here we go. Let's get down there. He's just a thick boy, so he doesn't really have any shoulders. But without that hair on the back, he can get some movement out of it. So you can get some posing out of it if you eliminate the hair, which I would imagine most people are probably going to pose him with one of the helmets. Now the other helmet with the other horns that broke on me, that one has hair in the back, so you probably won't be able to get any movement out of that. But if you use this helmet, you'll be able to get some movement. As far as the shoulders are concerned, how far up can we get them? We can get horizontal on the shoulders. It looks like so yeah, these are attached on the inside, so these will move with the shoulders, so that's pretty good. We do have a bicep swivel here. What's funny is this what's funny is this will swivel without the rest of the arm moving. So this can swivel and you don't even need to use this piece. So this piece also can swivel on its own. But you can swivel you have to swivel them both at the same time. But this is hilarious that this swivels on its own. As far as the elbow, mine is very tight. Okay, and not quite 90 degrees on that. It's okay. Let's see what we got going on with this wrist guard here. Can this turn at all? It doesn't seem like it. No, it doesn't seem like you can turn that. At least I can't turn it. That's unfortunate because you would like to be able to turn the but maybe turning, actually no, I take that back. Because you can turn this, you can, it kind of works as a fake swivel for this. So if you can turn this, you can turn that. That was pretty good. I like that. I like that a lot. So you can maneuver this around in order to get this to look right. So, you know, for instance, if you wanted to, you know, you kind of want that to turn or independently, because when you turn if you turn your wrist, you're going to turn your forearm a little bit too. So yeah, this swivels with this forearm armor. So that's really good. I like that. I like that a lot. So he does get the horizontal wrist hinges. So that's good considering the type of weapons he has. He did lose his hair in that transition. The torso, you're probably already know you're not going to get too much out of that. Back is very minimal. You're not going to get a whole lot back, and you're going to find some gapping there. Forward a little bit. You get a little forward. There is some side to side with this guy. Side to side is actually pretty good. He's surprisingly mobile for a thick boy. It's not terrible. I'll be honest with you. It's not terrible considering how thick he is. His hair is probably falling off so much because I have it outside of this little back piece, but that's how I'm gonna leave it. These legs. Let's see what we can get on these legs. Splits. That's pretty good. That's pretty good splits. That's pretty good. Good job, Hasbro. Look, I can compliment him sometimes. Kicking up. For a thick guy, I guess that's fine. He won't be doing any sitting poses, I'll tell you that. He won't be sitting on no thrones. You can't even twist it out to get it to go up a little bit anymore either. Let's see. Yeah, that's as much as you're gonna get out of that. backwards, not really. Kicks out. Does have a thigh swivel. Does he have a boot swivel? No, no boot swivel. Double jointed knee. Let's see where we can get with this. About 90. Yeah, that's about it on that. I can't. That boot, that knee armor is definitely gonna block that. Our shin armor is gonna block that. As far as the ankles up, that's as far as I can get it. This guy's tight. Down that much, and then do we get an ankle rocker? Yeah, it's pretty stiff though. That is a pretty stiff ankle rocker, and considering that there's no boot swivel, that's gonna be kind of rough. The articulation isn't bad for a thick guy, for a thick boy. So yeah, that's not bad. This guy's turned out a little bit better than I would have expected. So anyway, let's do a couple of comparisons. Alrighty, and here he is next to Sabretooth, and from the Sabretooth and Wolverine 2-pack, and then we got the first appearance Wolverine. So obviously he towers over these guys, as he should, as the god. But yeah, that's how he looks with them. Alrighty, and here he is next to the Mafex Thor and the Marvel Legends Miss Marvel. But yeah, he should be. I obviously have Thor on the stand, or else he would be quite a bit shorter than Odin. But he should be smaller. He should be quite a bit smaller than Odin. And obviously, I needed an Odin to pair with a Thor. I don't have a Marvel Legends Thor. Don't plan on getting a Marvel Legends Thor. Never want a Marvel Legends Thor because they all are crap to me. And this isn't a great Thor. Don't get me wrong. I think Mezco is making a Thor, and I might snatch that one up. I don't have any Mezco figures, but I might snatch that Thor up because from what I saw, it looks pretty darn good. But yeah, that's what he looks like with them. And lastly, here he is next to Zorro from that's Variable Action Heroes, and then we got, I don't know, I'm blanking on my man's name here, from Fist of the North Star. But just some random guys I had laying around. But he's a big boy. He's a real big boy. But that's it for comparisons. Alrighty, so in conclusion, this guy turned out better than I had expected, to be honest with you. His articulation is much better than I expected it to be. So I am pleasantly surprised by that for sure. See, I can compliment Marvel Legends. It's not all doom and gloom when it comes to Marvel Legends. But it's just unfortunate that this here, I think I am going to spray paint that gold though. And once I spray paint this gold, it'll be so much better. But it looks like he can at least wear all of his accessories, right? This sword fits nicely in between his little chain there. I love that. I don't know if that was a thing that was meant to happen. His little crows can fit on his shoulders. I guess this maybe this can fit. Maybe he can hold this. Maybe he can hold this in this hand. You know, something like that. But why would he hold this in his hand when his hair is attached to it? He's like, yeah, my hair comes with that helmet. But which is weird. It's strange that this helmet doesn't have any hair in it, because wouldn't his hair be falling out the back of this helmet too? So that's kind of strange. But this is the helmet that I am gonna rock with. I like that helmet a lot. This one is cool too, but it needs a wash. I might get a Gundam marker and get into some of those crevices and put a decent wash on this guy. But or I might mess around and paint this gold as well. Spray paint this gold. I'll heat this up and take this hair out, and then see if I can paint this gold. And then maybe it'll turn out better. Same way with this one. I might do the same with this. I might mess around and see if I can just get this whole figure, all this gold armor. I just might mess around and see if I can get all of that painted gold. The only thing that I'm worried about are these spike parts. So I'll have to like find a way to like tape those, like put some tape over them or something. If I'm gonna get the boots, we'll see. I might not want to put the effort into doing that. Same thing with this up here. I would have to cover all of that up as well, and that would be kind of a pain in the ass. We'll see. If I got the time, I might do it, but for sure I'm painting this gold, that staff gold, and for sure I think I'm going to paint this gold in the next couple of days. I'll come back to you if I decide to do that. But anyway, no, he's a good figure. I think he's worth the price for what I paid for him, for sure. And I think, yeah, let me see how much he was. Oh no, I take that back. No, he was $50. No, he's not worth $50. Jesus, he was $50. I must have been looking at the wrong price tag when I picked him up off this show. No wonder my tab was so high. Huh. Yeah, no, this dude ain't worth $50. By no means is he worth $50. 35 bucks, 35 bucks, 35 bucks, 100% he's worth 35 bucks. $50, no, not at all. I could even swing $40 if they had painted more stuff, but $50, nah, he ain't worth no $50. Good figure, but he ain't worth $50. So because of that price point, he's dropping down to 7. He's a 7 as a whole, because $50, nah, I didn't look at my receipt. Yeah, no, he's not worth $50. But anyway, that's it for the review. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.